Hey guys, we are going to whip up another set of easy fat bombs, and these are really coming handy throughout the course of this prep. We have a really simple recipe here. It's 4 ingredients. We're going to start with 4 ounces of butter. That's 1 stick, 8 tablespoons. And then we also have an equal parts of cacao butter here. That's another 4 ounces. And then 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And then we got the liquid stevia, going to add some drops of that in just to sweeten it up. So this is going to be a chocolate fat bomb. We're going to start by just melting the butter in this Pyrex bowl. Okay, so we have the melted butter here. To that, we are going to add about 25 drops of stevia and the cacao butter. Now the cacao butter, you're going to want to chop finely so it melts better. And you may have to microwave it a couple times just to get it all to melt. And we order the cacao butter just off of Amazon. You can find it in a lot of health food stores too. It's nice because it's no carbs, it's just all fat, and it's really tasty, kind of like chocolatey. Now just mix that around. Just keep stirring it. It'll melt. It's going to take a couple minutes for the cacao butter to completely melt. Now when that's just about melted, we add the cocoa powder. You might want to use a whisk. Now we got our fat bomb molds here. Now we're going to pour it in the fat bomb mold. I'm not sure how many it's going to make, but what I do is I just add up all the nutrition that's put into this jar right here and divide it by however many fat bombs it makes, and then I know how many calories, how much fat, how much carbs are in each fat bomb. Here we go. It always makes more than you think. Now we have some fancy crystallized salt here that we're going to sprinkle on top. You can just use any kind of salt you want, or you can omit the salt. I like adding salt just because when you're doing keto, you do need to supplement with a little bit of salt. There's an easy way to get it. Now we're just going to pop these in the fridge and check on them in about 3 hours. We are back, and it's actually the next day. I let these set overnight, and they're looking good. These will be much more hard at room temperature, but we're still going to keep them in the fridge, but you can see they pop out pretty easily. And whenever you're making fat bombs, they do tend to separate, like any kind of powder in there. So the cocoa powder you can see kind of separated, but that's okay. I'm just going to put these all into a Ziploc bag, put them in the fridge, and then we'll have them throughout the week. So far, the fat bombs have really been a lifesaver for me. We always have fat bombs in the fridge ready to go because it's so easy when you're looking at your calories, your macros in MyFitnessPal or whatever you're using to track. If you need like 100, 150 calories of fat, you can just grab one of these, no problem. So if you want something kind of sweet, chocolatey, and still nice and high fat, this is a great option.